And hello everyone, I am happy to show you for the first time on YouTube the Home Improvement Hilarious Handyman game. I want to show you what this game is like. I want to unbox it, I want to open it up and show you how fun this is. If you do not have this game and you love the show, you need to buy this today. Now I've had this game for a while, so probably more than 15 years. But I just want to be able to show you, these are how the instructions look like. So if you want to take a look at those and read those, go ahead. But also, there's a back section here. This is the cover. And this is what the box looks like. So we're going to just show you what you have here. You have a scoring sheet where you keep score, and I'll show you how that works. And of course you have your Home Improvement logo right there. And it says you win when you have increased the value of your home by a minimum of $50,000. So you have Go Ask Al cards, and I'll talk about what these mean. Okay, good amount of them. You also have the Heidi Ho Good Neighbor cards, of course, from Wilson. We have our tokens, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors, and then 2 dice. I just put this third one in here when I was younger in case we lose one of these, but these are the original dice. Then we have basically a washable, these pens. It came with another one, but we used it so much that it dried. So any of these pens, that work on the whiteboards, those would work perfectly. And then you have your Home Improvement job cards. Now, the idea of this game is that you have a home, and then you have to do improvements to the home. And these are all different jobs that you can get to improve your home. And with enough of these, then you can actually improve the equity or how much your house is worth. This is the money, so you have $1,000 bills, you have $500 bills, 100, 20, and 5s. And then finally, your last 2 decks, you have a power deck and then a tool time rating deck. Now let's look at what all these look like, and I'll be back in a second. So I want to just show you guys what the actual board looks like. So there's similarities to the Monopoly board, but of course there are differences. You have, of course, your favorite Home Improvement family right there. If we start with the intersection, you see there are different parts of the house. So you see family room, you see main bathroom, you see your den, office, you see different types of rooms in your home. And so you can choose, what I do, I choose whether or not to go in here. There are ways where you can be here, for example, and then make your way here, go around the board, and then come out here. So what it basically is when you roll the dice, you can be on the inside section, but you can only roll the dice. You don't add the numbers together. So the inside section is kind of for not cheating, but necessarily just going around the area instead of going around the whole board. And so you can also see there's 4 sections here. There's an area for your power cards, an area for your Heidi Ho Good Neighbor cards, an area for your tool time rating cards, and an area for your Go Ask Al cards. And just to highlight a few spots, Payday is where you start out. This is where you actually collect, let's see, you collect 2,500 if you land here, Payday, and you collect 2,000 if you pass here. So I will talk a little bit about these Heidi Ho Good Neighbor cards. So there are different stores which you can find. And so the Binford Tools is a store. Wilson Zap and Tap is another store. K&B Construction, Home Improvement Center, Jill's Design Boutique, Harry's Hardware. On this corner you have the Superstore. Let me go around here. And this is cool because you can actually buy anything. Oh, yeah. This is the opposite. Yeah, if you buy something here, the price is doubled. So you want to stay away from that. I'm confusing it with this corner here, the Borgen's Barling Basement. If you purchase one item, you get 50% off, so that's kind of cool. You got K&B Construction, Wilson Zap and Tap, and so you have all these different stores. You of course have your mortgage time. Let me turn this around. You do have your mortgage time, which is pay 100 times a roll of both dice. So I just want to zoom in here, guys, to one of the cards and kind of show you how it works. So basically, there's different ways. You can either start by not getting any of these cards, or what I like to do is I like to start with 3 cards for each player. That's just how I do it. There's variations of how you play it. So I just mix these all up, and then I just pick 3. So let me just pick 3 here. Okay, and these we'll just put aside. Okay, and there's tons of different jobs here. There's job 43, job 45, job 23. Okay, but there's tons of numbers. There's job 81, as you can see. So there's a lot of them. And so it's pretty cool because let's try one. So basically, let's try this one here. So this one just says, job 43, your spouse thinks it would be great if you installed a labor-saving laundry chute like the one on Tool Time, especially since you spend a great deal of time avoiding these labor and laundry. So the place where this is going to go is, this is going to fix your laundry room and your half bath. So what do you need for this job? You need tools. You need Harry's Hardware. For $200, you need a jigsaw. So how does this work? Well, basically, I'll show you right now. So this is how it works. So you have Harry's Hardware, like I said, and then basically you have to buy a jigsaw. So how does that work? So you start out here on Payday, and you have to roll the dice. So I grab the dice, I roll it, I get 10. So I move 10 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jill's Design Boutique. So I check, do I have any Jill's Design Boutique choices here? And I look, and I don't. I just have Harry's Hardware and Home Improvement Center. But I have 3 cards. So let's see here. Do I have... Oh, let me move here. Do I actually have any of these? I don't. So I would keep rolling until I do. So let's say I keep going around the block, and I finally get to Harry's Hardware. Let's say I landed there. So what do I have to do? I have to pay $200 from my bank. So I pay with the money. I mark this off right there. And that's it. So I've completed the tool section. Now I got to get the supplies. So the next person goes, they roll, they do the same thing. They mark if they get something. And let's say I land on Home Improvement Center. I happen to land on it. So that would be somewhere around there. So let's say I happen to land at Home Improvement Center, and I do happen to have another $200, and so I mark this up. And now I have essentially completed a card. Once you have all the boxes filled up and I pay my $200, that is it. And so what I do now is the following. I basically, on this sheet of paper here, my score sheet, I'm actually going to put $1,500. According to the game, when you get to 50,000, you win the game. That's an option. You can also go up to 30,000. Or what you can do is say, well, the first person who completes 3 cards wins. The first person who completes 10 cards wins. Now if you notice, there is a home improvement card space. So whenever you happen to land here, you get another card. So if you're getting a 4th card, then you're closer to finishing the 10 and so forth. Alright, but if you see there are different amounts here, 1,500, 7,200, you see, 3,200, and then 15,000, right? That's a really good card to get, but look at how many spaces you have to fill. Okay, you have to have a $6,000 garage package you have to buy. You have to buy a $1,500 cement pad, and so forth. Alright? And so, once you get that, you start filling out your sheets. Okay? Along the way, you're going to encounter a few things, and I'll show you what those are. Those would be the Go Ask Al spaces, the Tool Time Rating spaces, the Heidi Ho Good Neighbor spaces, and the Power spaces. Now, the most logical one to start with is the Tool Time Rating section. So let me go into that, because there is a way to do this. So my Tool Time Rating cards, they're here. Okay, and let's say I finish this job. Okay, so I say this job is finished. So I can now erase, right? These are wipe off marker. So you wipe that off, and then you have to make sure to shuffle these, and you pick the top card, and it says tool time rating 1. And here you're going to have everything from 1 to 4. So you have tool time rating 2, 2, 4. So it's all 1 through 4. Okay? So I got a 1. So I look at the back of my job card and I read 1. And it says, great job. For some reason, your shirts come back with just the right amount of starch on them. The job is complete. You roll again. But what if I'm going along the spaces here and I happen to land on the Go Ask Al card? Well, the other player, any other player on your right, would grab a Go Ask Al card. And these would be different types of cards. For example, this one is multiple choice. It says, the person next to you asks you, because you landed there. Al says, if your fireplace chimney doesn't draw properly, your problem is most likely what? A, your house temperature is too high. B, your house temperature is too low. C, it's too windy outside. D, you need to close all the windows near the fireplace. Or E, you need to open a window near your fireplace. The answer is E. So a lot of these have to do with house improvement things, tools, that's about it, maybe cars. But so you have the answer here, you have to guess, sometimes there's clues here, and then you'll get a reward like you roll again. I'll show you a few of these so you get the idea. This is true or false. So this one has to do with inlaid vinyl floors in which you apply paint and to a pattern that is impressed to the surface. So is that true or false? So obviously that's false. Inlaid floors are made with die-cut patterns or chips of various colors. So you go to the store of your choice. The thing is, you most likely won't know these unless you're a carpenter or contractor. But the idea is it's fun. You kind of, guess and you use your best choice. So there's lots of cards here. There's even blank ones. You can write your own and make up maybe something have to do with cars or just something else. Or it's just, well, you grab a blank one and that's it. There's nothing for you to do. But again, there's different options. Some of them will give you free tools. Send the neighbor of your choice to mortgage time. That's pretty cool. So those are the Go Ask Al cards. They're kind of a trivia type style. And so it mixes up the game even more. Sometimes it'll say complete a job regardless of paying. That's an awesome one too. So you see there's tons of choices here. Now let's look at the Heidi Ho Good Neighbor cards. Now you might be playing the game and you're moving around here and you happen to land on Heidi Ho Good Neighbor. And so you would get one of these cards and you would read something. It would say, Wilson says the neighbor on your right is having a garage sale. They must turn in the supply of your choice. So maybe the most expensive tool they have, you have them erase it. Or you can have them be nice and maybe take away the cheapest card. It's up to you. And so you'll see there's different choices. Turn in your most expensive tool. So it might be good for you or bad for you. Add the tool of your choice to your collection for half price. See, that's really good. So again, there's different choices, different possibilities. Keeps the game going, and they're fun cards. If you want to look at the rest, of course, you have to buy the game yourself. But this gives you an idea of how this works. And finally, we're going to look at the power cards. And then finally, we have the power cards. So let's say you are in a store and you move a few spaces and you're on the power card space. Well, you might get something like this. Pay $800 to have a job done professionally. You might get something like, save this card when you need it. So what this says, if you don't like what you rolled for your turn, you can roll again. So remember, Tim used to get in trouble on the show for using more power. Rarely it worked out, but sometimes it did. And so that can help you. See this one. Number 1, tool time rating card. Save this card until you wish to ensure a successful completion of a home improvement card, to be played instead of picking a tool time rating card, as you saw how that works. So, I mean, there's cool ones. There's also one here that says, go directly to Payday and collect $2,500. So again, there's different types of jobs, different things to do. I really hope you pick up this game, guys. It's a really, really fun game. I like it better than Monopoly, believe it or not. It is super fun. I have, this is all the money that you use, and so you make change when you have to pay. So you basically pay for your supplies, right? You pay for your different things that you have, so your tools, your supplies, and then once you invest that, then you can finally get the equity and increase that price to your house, right? And so I hope you like this game. Tell me what you think, guys. Tell me in the comments below. Tell me if you liked the game, if you didn't like the game, what you expected. It is not the Tool Time game. It is the home improvement game, the game about the show. So let me know what you think, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.